Hey there, thanks for tuning in tonight. My name is Kwong, and what I'm about to share with you is not just a story. It actually happened to me about 6 years ago, when I was a freshman in college in Ho Chi Minh City. Back then, I had just arrived in the city with a suitcase, a few $100,000 and a dream. I found a cheap rental room tucked deep in a narrow alley in District 8. It was basic, one bed, one fan, and a tiny private bathroom. I didn't care much because it was all I could afford. But what I didn't know was that the bathroom had a mirror, an old wooden framed mirror, scratched and foggy. And from the very first time I looked into it, I felt something was wrong. Part 1. Small signs the first night. When I brushed my teeth, I noticed something strange. My reflection didn't quite move in sync. I tilted my head to the left, but in the mirror, it looked like I moved to the right. It happened in a flash, just long enough to make my heart skip. Then came the sounds. At midnight, I would hear faint dripping, though the tap was tightly shut. One night, I was startled awake by a sharp, scratching sound, like nails dragging across glass. I rushed to the bathroom. Nothing, but I smelled something metallic, like old blood. Part 2. A shadow in the mirror. Every day after that, I felt like I wasn't alone in that tiny bathroom. Every time I looked into the mirror, I had the chilling feeling that someone was standing behind me. One night, after coming home late from class, I wiped the mirror to clear the fog, and I saw it. A handprint on the inside of the glass. I froze. I didn't scream. I couldn't. I backed away, shut the door, and sat on my bed shaking for what felt like forever. Part 3. The woman in my dreams. From that night on, I began dreaming of a woman. Her hair was long, soaking wet, and her face was slashed, bleeding black. She stood in front of the mirror, staring, then turned slowly toward me and whispered, "Kwang, come look in the mirror with me." There were nights I dreamed of being trapped inside the mirror. I would scream, bang the glass, but nobody could hear me. Part 4. The truth comes out. I finally told the landlady what had been happening. She paused for a long time, then said quietly, "Years ago, a young woman rented that room. Her boyfriend left her. She locked herself inside one night, smashed the mirror, and used a shard to end her life. The blood had soaked into the wood. She said, if you look into it too long, she'll pull you in. But if you cover the mirror, she gets angry." Part 5. The last night, that night, I covered the mirror with a white towel. I locked the bathroom and tried to sleep. But at exactly 2 a.m., 3 soft knocks came from inside the bathroom. I opened the door slowly. The towel was on the floor. The mirror had shattered, and on the wall above the sink, scratched deep into the paint, was a sentence. I told you, "Don't hide me." I couldn't move. My reflection was gone, but in the shattered shards of glass, I saw a smiling face. Hers ending open-ended. I moved out the next morning, left the deposit behind. Years have passed, but sometimes when I wash my face late at night, I catch a glimpse, just for a second, of a woman in the mirror. and she's still smiling.